Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Gon here. As you already mentioned in our first training video, we are planning to upload one training video every semester. And we've already talked about motivation and how to make students show up and be active in class. Today, we're going to talk about English teaching tips, especially for corporate classes. So, let's take a look. Before we get into the first topic, we did an interview with one of our clients. Let's listen to what it says.
I think I'm uncomfortable when I have a conversation with my English teacher. He is kind and really seems to pay attention to what I say. But it's his eye contact that I feel uncomfortable with. He makes too much eye contact, which makes me want to stop talking. Also, every time I make a mistake, like a grammatical errors or a wrong word choice, he gives me correction right away. It's really hard to speak in front of him.
Does anybody empathize with what he says? Koreans are not comfortable with making mistakes when speaking in other languages. It's their culture and an old habit. Koreans tend to pause and think before speaking to avoid making mistakes. Of course, students learn from their mistakes, and we have to give corrections because we are their English teachers. I'm just saying, not every single time, but try correcting a few common mistakes after conversations. More mistakes, more learning. Just let them get more comfortable with making mistakes. And sure, direct eye contact can be disturbing. Teachers are going to keep direct eye contact during conversations to show they are paying attention. But if you keep direct eye contact for too long with older students or students with higher social or professional position, they might take it the wrong way and think you are being disrespectful. So Koreans tend to break eye contact with some gestures like nodding or looking away or directing their attention to a different part of the other person's face. So if you think your students might feel uncomfortable, just try Korean eye contact techniques. It's Koreans that you are teaching. And it's a very good idea to adopt Korean manners and habits to improve your interaction skills and the quality of your class environment. And there are so many mixed level classes in corporate language world. Let's watch another interview.
I'm in the same class with an executive, and it's really annoying. He speaks all the time, and there are so many errors in his English. I feel like I'm just there to listen to his flawed English. It seems like I'm wasting my time. I would move to another class if there were one. But my current class is the only intermediate class that I can register for. What can I do?
This is one of the most common complaints that comes through HR. Most corporate classes are run on a budget, and oftentimes a company is only willing to spend enough for a few classes. So students of different levels have to work together. Of course, everybody knows it's more effective if all the students in one class are roughly the same. But that's not possible all the time. You have to adapt to the class you have. There is always one dominant student whose English is better than the other students, or whose professional position is clearly higher. This can lead to a situation where the dominant student speaks all the time and no one else gets a chance to participate in the conversation. And students may not want to interrupt the dominator because their English is not good enough, or they find it socially awkward or rude to do that. This is when the teacher needs to get involved. You need to gently interrupt the dominant student and ask another student to respond to either the same question or something else to move things along. But remember, be nice to the dominant student and even thank them for their outstanding participation. It is undeniable that if you plan for your class in advance, your class is gonna be better. But as a freelance English tutor, you have too many different classes to prepare each one perfectly. So here's another interview with one of our clients.
I have been in company language program for more than a year. I have studied with different teachers with different nationalities and backgrounds. But every teacher started their lesson by asking about what I did on the weekend or the night before. I just don't want to hear about other students' personal lives or share them mine for that matter. Sometimes we spend more than 20 minutes talking about things like this. Is what did you do on the weekend is the only questions teachers have?
This might be one of the top complaints that comes to HR. On average, most Koreans are speaking better English these days. With access to so many different high-tech methods and programs for learning English, not only are students improving, but they and HR have higher expectation of education program providers like YBM and you, the teachers. Of course, we have textbooks to complete within a certain time frame, but there's not an always opportunity to customize your class. But the warm-up section can give you some space to be creative. If you prepare creative topics or interesting warm-up activities, you start off on the right foot, and your students will pay more attention to the rest of your class. And you can use an interesting warm-up activity with all the students of same level, and you can get a reputation for running a fun class. So try spending a little extra time for preparing warm-ups. So there are some teaching tips for adult and corporate classes. I hope you enjoyed watching the video and found it helpful. We're gonna get back to you with some practical warm-up activities in our next training video that will be uploaded next year. Thank you very much for watching the video today. This was Gun from YBM Net. Wish you good luck with your corporate classes. Bye.